Hello students, कैसे हैं आप लोग? So we at Khan Global Studies are up with our next installment of magazine of October, and as I previously also pointed out, it is a wonderful magazine. I am going to discuss one topic from the social issue segment, which is important for your Indian society and social justice segment of paper 1 and paper 2 respectively, which is about PVTCs, which is about PVTs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. What has happened recently? Ministry of Tribal Affairs has requested the Registrar General of India that the census, which is going to take place in 2027, a special focus should be on the enumeration of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. मतलब रजिस्ट्रार जनरल ऑफ इंडिया से ये रिक्वेस्ट की है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स ने कि जो हमारे यहाँ पीवीटीजीज हैं इनको अलग से काउंट करके इनके बारे में भी डेटा इकट्ठा करिए आप. Definitely then it becomes a natural question, who are these people? So after independence, it was realized that a special care should be given to certain tribes which are facing problems which are not similar to the problem faced by the rest of the tribal group. When you look at the tribal population of India, it is quite significant. As per census 2011, there are around 104 million or 10.4 crores tribal population is there, which is around 8.6% of the entire population. Of them, there are certain groups which are particularly vulnerable. See, the देबर कमीशन और देबार कमीशन भी बोलते हैं. देबर कमीशन, यूएन देबर थे इसके चेयरमैन, इसलिए देबर कमीशन बोलते हैं. देबर कमीशन 1960-61 pointed out that there are definitely a segment in the tribal group STs which are particularly vulnerable, but they were known as, that time around it was known as primitive tribal groups, and they had certain basic characteristics like low level of literacy. They were engaged in pre-agricultural activities like hunting and gathering. Then they have poverty, diseases, declining population. On the basis of these criteria, he suggested that a special care should be taken of these people. And so, group was considered to be coined by the central government in 1975 under the Ministry of Home Affairs. That time around, it was a division of Ministry of Home Affairs only. Certain groups were included in primitive tribal groups, which were later on termed as particularly vulnerable tribal groups as per the international standards. And now we have around 75 particularly vulnerable tribal groups in 18 states and 1 UT, Union Territory, that is Andaman and Nicobar, and Odisha tops the chart with the presence of the most PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So, obviously ministry is interested in the well-being of these particularly vulnerable groups. In this sense, it is important for current. At the same time, it reflects a concern of the problem of the tribal people in general and particularly those who are most vulnerable. So, when you look at the magazine, this is social issues and social justice segment, where there is this topic of particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTGs. This is relevant for GS1, salient feature of Indian society, and also welfare schemes for both the segments. This topic is important. What is the context? The context is this. See, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs recently has requested, just a minute guys, recently has requested the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. See, रजिस्ट्रार जनरल ऑफ इंडिया को ही सेंसस कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया भी कहते हैं, एंड लिखना है वो ठीक नहीं, ऐसे कर दो, इसी का नाम है. जब वो पॉपुलेशन के कंटेक्स्ट में उसको आप बोलते हैं तो उनको सेंसस कमिश्नर बोलते हैं, और बाकी नेशनल कैपिटल, नेशनल पॉपुलेशन रजिस्टर हो गया या डेथ और बर्थ रिकॉर्ड हो गया, उस सेंस में उनको रजिस्ट्रार जनरल कहते हैं. तो इनको कहा गया टू इन्यूमरेट द पर्टिकुलरली वल्नरेबल ट्राइबल ग्रुप्स सेपरेटली इन द अपकमिंग सेंसस 2027. 2027 में जो सेंसस आ रहा है, इनके लिए स्पेशली इनका कैलकुलेशन करके, इन्यूमरेट करके इनका नंबर के बारे में बताया जाए. दैट इज व्हाट देयर रिक्वेस्ट इज. ठीक है. इन दिस कंटेक्स्ट दिस टॉपिक बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट. सो जस्ट अ मिनट. In its letter, the Ministry of Tribal Affairs has asked to RGI to capture the number of PBTs, households, individual and their distinctive demographic, cultural and socio-economic features. If finalized, it would be the first time, this is the first time that PBTGs would be enumerated separately in the census. पहली बार हुआ कि इनको अलग से हम नोट करेंगे. In 2011 census, only general scheduled tribes data was collected with no disaggregated data for PBTGs. PBTGs का डेटा कभी कोई आया नहीं था. Since PBTGs are a subcategory of STs, many are grouped under broader ST nomenclature. In the 2000 census, about 40 PBTGs were counted as single entry under the I mean, these are information related to PBTGs. Ab, why it is significant? See, the way we talk about creamy layer in OBCs, and the way we have been talking about those people who are actually being benefited by reservation in the scheduled caste as well. Similarly, among the scheduled tribes, there are people who are particularly vulnerable. If they are found, if they are segregated, then probably action will be, or corrective measures will be taken for their benefit. That's why it is necessary. So, targeted policies intervention, for only them policies could be created, targeted policies. Separate enumeration would enable the government to design welfare. Then socio-economic mapping हो पाएगी उनकी. By disaggregating data, it would provide a clear picture of the demographic, livelihood and health condition of PBTGs. मतलब जो PBTGs हैं वो कहाँ हैं, किस सिचुएशन में है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है उनकी, that will be clear because of the data. So, it is being given importance. It will lead to inclusive development when we are taking everyone together. Inclusive development involves everyone, then definitely particularly vulnerable tribes require special attention. Accountability and monitoring will also be possible because of that. A separate data set for PBTGs would enhance transparency and accountability by enabling policymakers, researchers and civil society to monitor the reach, efficiency and impact of government intervention. Unless you have effective data for those people who are particularly vulnerable, policy cannot be made, then policy making won't be possible, and then if policies are made, intervention is taking place properly or not, that cannot be evaluated. And civil society organizations such as NGOs cannot have control or say a kind of coercive force on the government, pressurize the government that you are not taking measures of these people unless the data is there. In that sense, that enumeration is important. अब उसके बाद इसमें जो है वो जो मैंने आपको सब पीवीटीजीज के बारे में बताया वो सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे. Scheduled tribes identified as the most marginalized. They are marked by stagnation of declining population, pre-agrarian level of technology, hunting, gathering, economic backwardness, geographical isolation and all. फिर देबर कमीशन की बात आ गई, ठीक है. फिर 1975 में प्रिमिटिव ट्राइबल ग्रुप बनता है, गवर्नमेंट बनाती है. टोटल 75. इन 2006 इनका नाम बदल के पीटीजी करके, सॉरी पीटीजी को चेंज करके क्या बना दिया, पर्टिकुलरली वल्नरेबल ट्राइबल ग्रुप्स. सो करेंटली 75 PVTGs are there. ये सारे डेटा यहाँ पे मेंशन है. So this way you will find this is an interesting write-up, interesting piece of writing for PVTGs. Yeah, here we are. Here we were. See, then what are the challenges faced by them? That is also mentioned here. They are facing socio-economic marginalization, limited access to basic services, land alienation and displacement, weak implementation of FRA, that is an act, Forest Rights Act 2006, उसका भी ज्यादा benefit वो नहीं उठा पा रहे हैं. Then their cultural erosion and climate vulnerability is also there. All those points are included in this write-up. So it is a beautiful piece of information, and it also involves measures taken by the government. Not entire schemes and programs can be added here, but some of the programs are mentioned here, such as प्रधान मंत्री जनजातीय आदिवासी न्याय महा अभियान, पीएम जन्म जिसको बोलते हैं, देन एकलव्य मॉडल रेसिडेंशियल स्कूल, हायर एजुकेशन सपोर्ट, नेशनल शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स, finance and development corporation, all these things are mentioned. This shows that this magazine that we are publishing every month is good enough for your preparation for the current affairs as well as detailed understanding of different topics in GS. So keep reading it every month and be successful. Thank you very much.